Who's your daddy?
I'm your daddy.
May the 20th, 2014, at 18:29 PM, something changed my life forever. Here is that story. Scarlet arrived at 18:29 PM, and it did deeply shock both of us. Let's talk about what happened beforehand, shall we? Okay, we're going to go to the point where we went into hospital. Due date was actually the 19th of May 2014, and my partner was getting induced, which means basically forced labour, and basically they give her, I think they give her 2 tablets that day, one about, let's say 10ish, 11, between 10 and 11, and one about after 8, after 7, I'm not quite sure, but anyways. It wasn't until I had to go home that night, which I was a bit insecure of, because I know I had to go home, but I was a bit worried. It was more, oh, she's going to be fine coming by herself, it's just going to be this. But she did do very well by herself, so I'm pleased with that. And I couldn't sleep that night. I was really like panic. What happens if she comes? What happens if she gives birth through the night? What happens if she gives birth through the night? And I've got like no money to get over there and all that. I had like bus tickets, but I had no money to get a taxi over there. Like, I'm panicking. So eventually got to sleep, and I had to wake up. I think I woke about 8 in the morning, and I got a call from our sister, and she says, hurry up to the hospital, your partner's in pain. I was like, oh shit, I was panicking. I was in the queue getting served at the time, because I was in the shop and then I had to get a bus, you see, so I was like, oh, fucking hurry up, and I was effing and swearing, because this lady had loads of like crisps and pop and loads of stuff next to me, just to kind of go, just to wait us up. And I was like, oh, please let me go first, but she didn't know how to wait. So I rushed straight to the bus. I got on the bus, then I had to make my way from there. I was panting all the way. When I did arrive, obviously I had to go for the reception and ask, where's my girlfriend, where's Shannon, and all that. So the point was just the way. I went in the room, and there she was hooked up all these things on her stomach, and these, I'm going to call them pods, I don't know what they are actually. These 2 round things, one measures the cramps and one measures the baby's heartbeat, and that's hooked up to a machine over here somewhere. So I was all confused. I was like, what happens? And Shannon was telling us I broke about 7:30, and I didn't get there until about 9, I think it was 9, 10, I'm sure, I don't know that, anyways. And at 1:30 they announced that she was 1 centimetre dilated and she was in too much pain, so they decided to do an epidural, and basically it's a needle in your back, and it helps you like more push, helps you like, it numbs your body, but it only worked on the right side of her body, it didn't work 100% properly. She got hooked up to a drip, which also allows contractions to help. I don't know much about that. And she got gas in there, which apparently helped her the most, and I was surprised at that because I thought the epidural would, but she liked the gas in there the most. And the worst part of it all was when it was getting a bit serious and she was going through loads of pain, was I had to stand in the corner of the room and I couldn't do anything. I felt horrible. I just couldn't do anything. Like your partner who's going through this for you, for herself, and for the baby, and you've just got to stand in the corner of the room and just wish she can do it with strangers, like, you know what I mean? Like, the doctors had to take over, of course, and I didn't know what to do, so I was pleased they did do that, but it was a bit panicky from my side. So, but anyways, what really frightened me was one of the doctors, well, the midwife, what do you want to call them, says we're going to have to put her into theatre, and that means emergency C-section, and where they cut open your stomach. That's how I was born. And I was like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And they says you can't bring anything at all, you can't bring cameras, you can't bring watches, you can't bring phones, you can't bring nothing, some of the equipment, I'm not sure. And basically I was like, oh, because I want to take a picture, you see. And not of the birth itself, after the baby's out, I wanted to take a picture of the baby. And So basically we couldn't do that. I had to go and get changed, myself. I had to go and get changed into this little room. I had to lock the door into a doctor's outfit. I wear this like blue top, kind of really baggy top, and blue baggy pants, and I had to wear these white welly boots, or whatever you want to call them. Wear this doctor's hat and everything. It looks so strange. I wish I could have thought myself wearing that. But when in the room there was like 11 people there, and there's my heart just pounding. I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna faint here. So my partner was on the table thing, ready to give birth, and for a C-section, and we're setting everything up to put like a curtain over her stomach, so she couldn't see, of course. And I was sitting there next to her head, and there was other doctors around and all that, nurses, whatever you want to call them. And I was that fainty that the doctor had to give me a chair. I had to sit down. As I was about to faint, you could tell I was a bit wobbly on my knees, I was nervous, I didn't see a word. And if I said something, I would have broke down crying. So I did not see a word. I was just holding her hand, squeezing it and all that, but while she was squeezing my hand, I was really nervous. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And then all of a sudden, when they were getting all the equipment out to do a C-section, she sees and I have the urge to push. So one of the doctors who actually delivered Scarlet, which I wish I knew his name, he sees, right, just go with the flow, go with the flow. And that's when she started pushing. It took 10 big pushes from her, which is quite impressive to me. I don't know what that is, but it is really impressive. And everyone was cheering her on, and obviously it's me nervous, just what have I done, what have I done? But yeah, and then eventually the doctor sees, oh, we can see her head, and I was like, oh my god, it just feels like you're in a dream. It doesn't feel like you're there. It feels like you're going to wake up any second and just go, what the fuck, I've just had the craziest dream of my life. It's really frightening. It's the best feeling in the world, it really is. Puts you on your toes and it, yeah. And when the baby came out, the doctor had her, and she was all dirty and everything, so they had to get cleaned. And the scary part was that Scarlet didn't cry until about 10 minutes after she was born. That was really scary, and I don't know how anyone could go through 9 months of pain and losing a baby. That would be terrible. My heart did go out for the people like that, and I thought we were going to be one of them. And we were just panicking, and Shan was like crying, saying, oh, we're going to be alright, we're going to be alright, it's alright. And I had to stay tough, and I didn't know what was going on. The faces of all the doctors were like sadness kind of look. And obviously them have to keep us, their job's to keep us like calm at the same time and be professional, so they did do a good job. So I was like, just alright, and all of a sudden I just heard a gasp of air. And I was like, oh thank god, that was the best second of my entire life. That little cry. That will never forget that at all. And I just started crying properly. Then they called me over to have a look. So I went over and had a look, and they were telling us, when I was there in the corner of the room with these 2 doctors, 1 female, 1 male, they were telling us that she's got breathing difficulties. She breathes twice as fast as normal other babies. So we're going to just put her in special care for a night and see how she is. So I was like, alright, that's alright, as long as she's alright. And she was just telling us she was getting that pinky colour through and all that. I was like, oh, that's good. And she says, do you want to go back and tell Mammy that she's alright? So I went to tell Shan, I went, oh, she's alright, she's alright. I was like, calm down. And then they brought Scarlet over to see Shan, and Shan held on her chest, and oh, it was amazing. And then she got took away to special care, Scarlet, and she was in 2 hours in the incubator, I don't know what you call it, them lid things, you probably know what I'm on about. And yeah, that's it. She just had breathing problems, it wasn't really serious, but just to keep an eye on her. And then straight after, I had to get changed. So I got changed back in my normal clothes, went back into the delivery room, because she went to theatre, she had to leave the delivery room. So I went back in the delivery room. It was just me there, and I was just sitting there, just on the chair. I was actually swearing. I was just going, fuck, that just happened, fuck. And it was really incredible. Then like when the doctors came in, oh my god, he just shook my hand, says congratulations, and I was like, oh my god. I was like thank you very much. And I'm getting emotional now. It's like terrible, but oh my god, it's amazing. So Shan came through, they pushed Shan through on the table, and I'm sorry. So they pushed Shan through, and Shan was lying on the bed, and I was on the chair. And the doctor's like, "Well, have some rest." They were like, "Well, we'll leave you alone." And and I was like, looking at Shan, I was going, "How the fuck did you do that? Like, how the fuck?" And she was just saying, "We did it," and I was like, "No, you did it," and all that. But this was like straight away. She was like, "Where's my baby? Brings my baby back," and all that. So a woman came through and gave her a photo, the first photo of Scarlet, which will be at the end of the video. I'll put it up for you. The first ever photo taken of her, which I think was a 1 hour old when the photo was taken. I'm not sure. Because that makes sure everything was alright first, you see. So they give her some food, you see, and she could hardly eat. She was very pale. She was just knackered, obviously, which is obviously going to be that. So she didn't go to sleep though, which was quite surprising. So I immediately text people saying, "No, she's here," and yeah, Shan had to stay in. Scarlet was born on Tuesday. Shan left on Friday, and my sister came to visit Scarlet, so did my dad, so did my mum, so did Shan's parents. And yeah, I got loads of photos, and it was really the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And I thank my partner for doing that, and thank you for Scarlet. It just changed my life so much. And yeah, I'm just enjoying being a dad, and it is quite stressful, if I'm being honest. It is, like, when you get like in public and the baby's screaming, and it is quite challenging, but it's rewarding. Everything's rewarding. Everything you do, the smile, you could change 1,000 shitty nappies, you can get shit all over your hands, shit all over your face, you can get sick all over your tops, whatever. But what clears all that up, what's a good reward, is that single smile. That's the best thing that's ever happened to me. But yeah, I know I keep saying that's just amazing. It's truly the best feeling in the world. So that's the story, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I might be a bit boring since it might be a bit long. I'm not sure how long I've been rambling on for, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm your daddy, and yeah, bye bye. Who's your daddy?
I'm your daddy.
Daddy.